All right, you guys. A lot going on. Let's start with El Nino, though, because we've got an update on that. So it still looks good.
But
now, as far as what we're looking at here, no, we're going to be good with this thing, but we should kind of clarify where it looks like we're going with this so you have an idea of where we're headed. What we're starting to get an indication of now as we look out across the Pacific here is some of the warming is backing off to our west. So what does that mean for us? Well, what it means is that we probably will not see a strong El Nino, and we're likely to see more of a weak to moderate El Nino. And what that means is obviously a ½ degree or above average temperature-wise in the equatorial Pacific gets us into an El Nino. And you can see where we are with these temperatures. We'll be close to it or right on an El Nino into August and September, sort of real weak stuff right on that edge. And we're likely to get into maybe moderate territory as we get into November and December. As far as what that means for your forecast, well, it still look pretty good here. We looked out through the next 6 months in the long-range forecast. And again, these should always be taken as just a piece of the puzzle here and not the full puzzle, but through the summer, and we've gotten off to a good start. We're still showing above average precip into the fall, above average precip as well, and the possibility of above average precip into the winter. So things still looking pretty good here. Hopefully we're going to stay on this trend. Not likely to see a strong El Nino, but still any El Nino would all be a nice help for us. As far as storms go this evening, big line of storms pushed through the northeast. Places like Rosciata ended up getting up to nickel-sized hail. We're still getting storms around Las Vegas, and these are headed toward Tucumcari and Santa Rosa at this hour, so be prepared for the possibility of heavy rain and hail. It's about a 45-minute line of storms that pushes its way on through, so it is dropping south and a little bit to the east. Meanwhile, the rest of us are relatively quiet. Don't be surprised, though, if we push a little east wind here into the metro area later on tonight. For now, it's still warm, 85 degrees here in the city. Temperatures across the north, 50s and 60s, some 70s in central sections. Down to the south, 80s for the most part. Looking at the satellite and radar, we are tracking up just a little bit of moisture from the south. So throughout the weekend here, we're going to have the shot at a shower. We're just not going to see widespread storms across the area given the location of high pressure, which we never really want to see over us. But that's what we've had. So even though lately we have not had great position for the high, in fact, we have not had the classic monsoon flow pattern in place at all this summer, but we've still done okay for grabbing precip, and it does look like we're going to maintain that track rather over the next few weeks, with the high just sort of sitting over us for the next few days too. We are going to see a little bit of moisture track underneath it, so we add the heat of the day and we get some storms. So where are we most likely to get those storms? Well, mainly over the mountains of the north especially. That's our best shot, but even our southwestern mountains around the Gila, we're going to get a shot there too to pick up some storms as well. So I would not call this a wet weekend. I would call it a hot one, though. In fact, as you look at these temperatures across the board here, everybody's going to be above average. High 80s around Durango and Pagosa Springs. Meanwhile, up to the northwest, 95 in Farmington, pretty hot for them. 92 in Gallup, Chinle at 96 for tomorrow. Across the southwest, high 90s, likely to see those temperatures top out around 100 degrees. Alamogordo, Las Cruces, and Deming by Sunday. Over to the southeast. By the way, spot storms will remain a possibility through the weekend. And in the southeast, temperatures right around 100 degrees as well. Up to the northeast, partly sunny. One of our best chances to get rain will be here up into the northern mountains as well, where afternoon thunderstorms in those high mountain communities will be possible. 73 Red River, 78 in Angel Fire. State Capital, 86 for tomorrow. Low 90s, Sandia Park and Cedar Crest with an isolated storm possible. And finally, right here in the metro area, we'll top it off in the mid to high 90s, partly sunny, definitely warm. Our better chance for showers of the weekend days does look like Sunday, when we could grab a spot storm or two across the area with a high of 95.